Chris Landry, segment 2 on a Monday. Chris, when you look, and this is just, I know we got a long way to go, but, I always reference Vegas because they seem to know a lot. It's always right. But when you look at way too early odds for next year, the 49ers sit at the top at 5-1, followed by the Chiefs, 7-1. The Bills, the Bengals, the Ravens. But let's just stop right there with the 49ers and the Chiefs, who obviously the Chiefs back-to-back Super Bowl wins now. The 49ers, at least at face value, seem to have one of the best, if not the best, organization in football. Do you see either one of these teams or both taking maybe a step back next year, or do you expect them to be in the thick of things again next year?
Well, Kansas City is because of Mahomes, and they'll likely keep the core together. I think the Niners have a really good roster. Now, let me remind folks that the key evaluator in that front office is left to be the general manager of Washington Commanders. It's not John Lynch. Kyle Shanahan makes the football decisions. I think that not next year. I think the Niners will be fine. And by the way, Vegas is wrong a lot more than people think. They had the Chiefs as underdogs all 3 games that they won, and they just put a line together that they think the public's going to go for. Look, I think that the Niners are in good position to be back in contention. I have no interest in who's going to win it. We've got free agency, we've got the draft. We don't know what teams are going to look. We may know what some of these teams look like, but we don't know what some of the others may be able to do. That's going to determine a lot. But both of these teams have a chance to be really good. Long term, because of Mahomes, and look, Andy Reid's coming back next year, but I don't know that Andy, every year we'll be asking, is Andy coming back? So I think that's an issue. I would say this, not for next year, but the challenge for the Niners, not next year, but the year after, they're going to have to pay Brock Purdy. And he's going to deserve, and people will not understand this, I'll just say it in front, the market dictates what they're going to get paid. So once he's going to get paid amongst the very elite quarterbacks, when he gets his deal, whenever he gets it, it's going to be a top 5, if not top 3 quarterback in the league. Well, think about, and I'm not comparing the 2 players, think about Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. And think about how you put it. Now all of a sudden, all the talent that they have around Purdy, they have Purdy on a rookie contract. So once they have, and what makes them really good is that they're well-rounded. The personnel, they've got a really good roster. Once they have to put all that money into Purdy, then they're going to have to hit on all their draft picks in order to stay at the same level. Much like, the Seahawks had a run when Russell Wilson was on a rookie contract. Once they had to pay him, it started to fall apart. That's what the Niners are facing, but not next year, but going forward. The Chiefs, they're going to have a fighting chance as long as Mahomes is there. But Andy Reid is a big part of that. He's a big part of the ability to have developed him, and he'll benefit beyond Andy Reid with the development that he helped teach the young guy. But how good of a team are they going to be around him? We see that tackles were not very good for the Chiefs. Got really one weapon most of the year in the passing game, and then 2 with Rice came along to help Kelsey. And they still went, but they've got a great defense, had a great defense. Chris Jones, we'll see if he comes back. You put Mahomes back, they got a shot. I don't know how far they go, but they got a shot as long as that guy's there.